What is up, everybody? My name is Wes. This is Top Shelfers, and today we're going to be ranking all of Oscar Isaac's movies from worst to best, ultimate tier list fashion. I was very surprised how many movies that this guy's been in that I really enjoy. Um, Obviously, I think a lot of people know more recent stuff. Obviously, he's Poe Dameron and the new Star Wars sequels. Love him or hate him, like that's kind of what he I don't want to say that's what he's known for, but I feel like that's what really shot him into popularity, even though a lot of the movies he was in prior to that are phenomenal. So let's start jumping into this. I think my bottom movie is gonna be Big Gold Brick. I just I couldn't get into it. Life itself, we're gonna put there. Uh, I'm gonna put Won't Back Down next, and then we just need one more in this bottom section, and it's definitely gonna be. Actually, I probably will put this one last. The Nativity Story. Not my cup of tea, but if you were into that stuff, then more power to you. Starting off in this next section here. We'll put we'll put WE or whatever people want to call it. It's not that great. I think then I'm gonna put the two Addams Family animated ones. Yes, there's more. That's such a funny thing about Addams Family. It's so popular right now because of Wednesday, but man, it's a series that really had gotten beat to a pulp over the last 50 years by just so much content. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. There's a lot. There's a lot of Addams Family stuff. And then we're gonna put Greater Glory here. Kind of a letdown of a Western. I'm kind of a Western. If you watch it, you know what I mean. A Western, but not really a good one. Let's see. I think here I'm gonna put. I think this is Half-Life of Timothy Farazin, if I remember right. I'm gonna put that there, or if I wrote it down right. We're gonna put 10 years here. What does that leave us at? 39, 8, 7, 6, 5. Need a couple more here. Let's do Teresa. Another one that just wasn't awesome. Honestly, like most of these movies, I wouldn't recommend. I'd probably skip. We're getting close to where I would recommend everything. I'm gonna put. Shoot, I think I'm gonna put Mojave here, and then I have a couple ones that are really close in score. We're gonna put the Bourne movie here. Okay, so I need one more out of the top 20, and then the top 20 will be a pretty. I don't want to say straightforward, but I think I'm gonna put X-Men Apocalypse here as our last round out. So then with our top 20, I'm gonna start it off with the Star Wars movies. We are putting Last Jedi there, and then Rise of Skywalker there. Force Awakens is going to be a little bit higher. And I want to explain the Last Jedi thing here really quick. Horrible Star Wars movie. It just is. It ruined a lot of characters. It ruined the fights and everything were really dumb. But the film was aesthetically pleasing. It was a very pretty film. I just don't think Rian Johnson should have directed a middle of a trilogy because the tone and characters were just vastly off of what we got in The Force Awakens. I mean, it just was. So, and then we're gonna go with, you know how some of those movies just have a cult following and you can't really explain why. Well, I am a cult follower of Sucker Punch. I think Sucker Punch is a lot of fun and really, really underrated for what it is. It's not. It's not gonna. It's not a movie that you're gonna like think is absolutely amazing, but it's just fun and cool. I don't know. But it has a little bit of a cult following, and I am one of those cult followers of that movie. And then I'm going to put Suburbicon. We'll yield Matt Damon here. And then I guess this is where maybe it gets a little difficult. I'm going to throw Robin Hood here. That Robin Hood movie should have been badass, and it just, I don't know, kind of fell to the wayside a little bit. I know this film gets a lot of love, but for no, okay, we're gonna wait on that one. We're gonna put Agora here. Agora's pretty great. And then I'm gonna put At Eternity's Gate. I know that movie gets a lot of praise, but not really. It's worth watching, but I don't know. I sometimes have issues with films like that. Okay, and then let's see here. Oh, wait, I forgot The Promise. I'm going to put The Promise like here. We'll put The Promise a little bit lower. Shouldn't be that high. Let's see. No, what I'm going to do for the last two out of the top 10. I know my top 10 pretty well, but I don't know. I just don't know what's going to miss the top 10. I think Force Awakens is in my top 10. I really liked Force Awakens. I think that it was a start to something really good for a sequel trilogy, and then we lost the plot, we lost the character development, we lost what made Star Wars with The Last Jedi, and then whatever the hell The Rise of Skywalker was. I still think Rise of Skywalker was a better Star Wars movie, because at least it stayed true to some Star Wars stuff, and we got some real good fan service with random things, but overall still just not what it should have been. Okay, I think I'm going to put Operation Finale here. And then right out of the top 10, I'm going to put The Two Faces of January. Phenomenal film. Definitely worth watching, but a little bit out of the top 10 because I feel like the top 10 is super strong here. But it's tough to figure out what order. So Force Awakens is going to be 10 for me for sure. Triple Frontier is going to be 9. Balabo is going to be 8. And this is where we get really, really tough. Because Annihilation is a movie that does not get talked about. Now, Oscar Isaac isn't a main person in Annihilation, but that movie as a whole is phenomenal. Ex Machina might be... I mean, Ex Machina is in my top 50 of all time. So I just don't know where I'm going to put it on this list. Obviously, I'm a Dune fan. You guys know that. Shoot. I think even though the movie's phenomenal, I'm going to put inside Llewyn Davis. Great movie, just I don't think it compares to what we have left. And then I'm going to put The Card Counter Another phenomenal one. Oh, it's so good. And then this is where we are really in a tough spot. I mean, you got Dune, you got Annihilation, you got Drive, you got A Most Violent Year, and you got Ex Machina. Like crazy. Like I didn't realize Oscar Isaac was in so many good movies. I think I'm gonna put Annihilation at 5, A Most Violent Year at 4. Hmm. Drive is so good. And Drive's one of those movies. And again, he's not like the main guy in it, but Drive's one of those movies you just doesn't happen a lot. So I think I'm actually gonna put Dune at 3. I'm gonna put Drive at 2, and I think I'm gonna have Ex Machina be number 1. I mean, if you guys have not seen Ex Machina, I can't recommend it enough. It, especially in the world of AI now and where we're going with AI robots and how like we really have to start having strange conversations about like what is AI, what is like when is it a person? When is it too far? Like are we gods to these creatures? Like are these creations? It's questions we have to really start asking ourselves now. Okay, so my Oscar Isaac top 10 movies ranked from worst to best. My number 10 is Star Wars The Force Awakens. Number 9 is Triple Frontier. Number 8 is Balabo. Number 7, let me make sure I have the name correct. I always mess it up. Inside Llewyn Davis. Number 6 is The Card Counter. Number 5 is Annihilation. Number 4, A Most Violent Year. Number 3 is Dune. Number 1. Number 2 is Drive. And number 1 is Ex Machina. All right, let's take a look if our boy has a Tomatometer. Perfect, he does. Let's pull it up here. Okay, they have Poe Dameron as the main picture, so kind of going along with what I was saying is he's kind of made him even more famous than he already was. Okay, oh, be quiet. Virus into tech software, I know. WE is the last. I had it a little bit higher. Life Itself, I had 1 higher. For Greater Glory, I had that quite a bit higher. Big Gold Brick, lower. Sucker Punch. I mean, I'm not surprised. What's the audience score on Sucker Punch? 49%. Well, I guess the cult following's really small. I think it's fun. I think it's worth watching. Addams Family 2 at 29. That's exactly where I had it. Nice. Suburbicon at 28. That's lower than I thought it would be. What's the audience on that one? Ooh. Yikes. Maybe I overestimated that one. I thought it was pretty good. Mojave at 27. I had that higher. Won't Back Down. I had that lower. The Nativity Story. I had that lower. Had that last, actually. Teresa at 24. I had that spot on. Nice. Robin Hood at 23. I had that higher. First Addams Family one. I had that way lower. X-Men Apocalypse at 21. I also had that at 21. The Promise at I also had The Promise at 20. Let's go. Now, I've said this before, and I'll say it again. I'm not trying to match the Tomatometer. I just think it's kind of funny or cool when I have it the same, but whatever. Rise of Skywalker at 19. I had that at 18. Agora at 18. I had that higher. I thought that was pretty cool. I don't know. Born Legacy at 17. I had that lower. 10 Years at 16. I had that lower by a lot. Operation Finale at 15. I had that higher. The Half-Life of Timothy Berezin at 14. I had that way lower. Triple Frontier at 13. I had that higher. Balabo at 12. Wow, I had that at 8. That's 100%. Oh, only 11 reviews. Crazy. That movie's pretty awesome. An Eternity's Gate. Yeah, I figured that one would be high. I mean, I had it. I was only 2 off. Two Faces of January at 10. I had it at 11. Dune at 9. Okay, I had Dune at 3. The Card Counter at 8. I had it 6. Annihilation at 7. I had that at 5. I feel like Annihilation is one of those movies that you got to watch a couple times. So I'm curious what the viewer score is because I bet it's pretty low. Yeah, 67. Very, very underrated film, but it is one that is not necessarily a easy view the first time because you're very like, what the hell's going on? I kind of feel like Annihilation came out like, what year did this come out? 2018. I feel like that came out maybe 5 years too early because now people are super. They love these like extra deep, thought provoking movies. Like, I mean, I just saw Weapons had a 94%, a movie that you got to really think about to understand everything. I feel like Annihilation, even though it is maybe even, I mean, I watched it like 4 times to really try and get everything, and I still had to watch a someone break it down. So, Most Violent Year at 6, I had that at 4. Star Wars Last Jedi at 5. Huh. Yeah, figured the critics would give it a praise because it's Rian Johnson, and even though I'm a Rian Johnson fan, they gave him the gold 4,000 anytime he does something. Which, I mean, everything else he does is phenomenal. 41% from the fans. Ex Machina at 4. Wow, what are they going to have at 1? I feel like that's number 1 for sure. Huh. Okay. Number 3, they put Inside Llewyn Davis higher than Ex Machina. I had that at 7. Drive at 2, I can respect. I also had Drive at 2. Drive is phenomenal. What's the audience on that one? 79? You guys gotta get your shit together. That movie's phenomenal. They put Force Awakens at 1? Nah, I don't know about that, guys. I don't know about that one, Rotten Tomatoes. Okay, well, there's my Oscar Isaac movies ranked from worst to best. Please let me know if you agree or disagree. What's your favorite movies from him? And please tell me what you think of the sequel trilogy of Star Wars. I'm always wanting and willing to, talk about Star Wars. Obviously, I try to keep it respectful, so please do the same. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.